The alien girl and the school of stars. The stars outside the academy windows moved slowly. The giant school floated quietly between two moons, like a sleeping spaceship. Inside, thousands of alien students walked through the silver halls. Some flew. Some rolled. Some had tails. Some had more than two eyes. But in this crowd, one small figure moved quietly. Her name was Leary. Leary was from a far, unknown planet. She had smooth blue skin, big silver eyes, and tiny hands. She walked with her head down, holding her books close. No one talked to her. No one sat with her at lunch. Most of them didn't even know her name. But one student noticed her every day for the wrong reason. His name was Zarnuk. Zarnuk was big, green, and loud. His father was a commander of a warship. His mother was on the school board. He walked like he owned the school, and maybe he did. Today, he saw Leary again. "Hey, tiny bug," Zarnuk shouted across the hall, laughing. "Going to cry again today?" A few students turned to look. Some laughed, some just walked away. No one helped. Leary stayed quiet and kept walking. Zarnuk wasn't finished. He stepped in front of her and knocked her books from her hands. The papers flew through the air like leaves in the wind. Leary bent down quickly, trying to collect them. Her fingers shook. "Oh no," Zarnuk said with a fake gasp. Did the little worm drop her homework? He laughed hard. So did two other aliens standing near him. Leary's eyes started to water, but she said nothing. Then suddenly everything changed. The air around them felt cold. The laughter stopped. A strange silence filled the hallway. A long shadow fell over Zarnuk and Leary. Someone had stepped forward. He was tall, wearing a black jacket and boots. His skin was different, pale, but not sickly. His eyes were sharp like a hunter. He had short dark hair and a strange calmness in his walk. He didn't look like anyone from the academy. He was a human. Zarnuk blinked. Who are you?" The boy didn't answer right away. He looked down at Leary. She was still on the floor, holding her books. Then he looked at Zarnok and spoke just one word: apologize. The word wasn't loud, but it cut through the silence like a blade. The students nearby stopped moving. Even the walls seemed to listen. Zarnuk tried to laugh. "What? Are you serious? Do you even know who I am?" The human's eyes didn't blink. His face stayed cold. "Apologize," he repeated. "Now." Zarnuk's smile dropped for a second. He stepped back, then caught himself. "You're just a low-level freak. You don't tell me what to do." The human stepped closer. The other students began to back away. Something in the air felt heavy, strange, dangerous. One of Zarnuk's friends whispered, "Zarnuk, don't mess with him. He's from Earth." Zarnuk froze. "Earth? But humans aren't allowed in the academy." The boy tilted his head slightly. "They made an exception." Zarnuk laughed nervously. "Oh yeah? What are you gonna do? Report me? Fight me? You think you're strong?" The human finally smiled, just a little. "No," he said. "I'm not strong, but I'm trained." He leaned in closer and added, "We don't fight for fun. We fight to end things." Zarnuk stepped back again. His face looked unsure now. Then he grumbled something under his breath and walked away. His friends followed. Leary still sat on the ground, holding her books. She looked up at the human. Her voice was soft, almost a whisper. "Thank you." The boy looked down at her and nodded. "Next time, don't look down." Leary blinked. "What? Bullies want you to look small." "Don't give them what they want," he said. Then he turned and walked away. No name. No smile, just silence and footsteps fading into the distance. From behind a wall, a teacher watched with wide eyes. A student whispered to another, "Did you see his badge?" "What about it?" "It had an Earth emblem on it. Level 7 clearance." The other student gasped. "That's war level access." The camera zooms in on the Earth symbol on the boy's back. Underneath, one line is written, "Humanity." feared by many, forgotten by none. The human's name is Jacques. A few hours had passed since the hallway incident. Whispers floated through the school like static on a broken radio. Did you see that guy? He made Zarnok walk away. No one does that, not even the teachers. They say he's from Earth, but I thought Earth was banned after the war. In the Academy's dining hall, creatures from 100 different planets sat in groups. They spoke in low voices, stealing glances toward one corner table, the table where he sat. Alone, not eating, just watching. The human. His name was Jacques' real name was written on the student database, but no one dared ask him. The name that traveled through every mouth like a secret spell was just one word, Jacques. He had arrived 2 weeks ago. No big welcome. No ceremony. Just a quiet message from the Galactic Board. New student. Earth origin. Special clearance. Do not interfere. And suddenly, there he was. Sitting in the back of classes, listening. Never raising his hand. Never smiling. Speaking only when required. Most students avoided him. Some were curious. A few were scared. And Zarnok? Zarnok was angry. Zarnok's bruised ego. Zarnok had been the top dog of the school. His father funded half the Academy's defense system. His voice was law. His fists, legend. And yet, one human, without touching him, had made him feel small. Unseen. Unimportant. He wasn't going to let that slide. Zarnok sat in a dark classroom with 2 of his closest friends, one with tentacles, the other with a face like a melting candle. He embarrassed me in front of the whole hall, Zarnok growled. That Earth rat thinks he's above us? The tentacle guy whispered. We could report him to the discipline unit. Zarnok shook his head. Won't work. His badge has level 7 clearance. The candle face frowned. That's military grade. Zarnok's eyes narrowed. Exactly. That means he's hiding something. Earth didn't send some random student. He's here for a reason. And I'm going to find out what it is. Meanwhile, Leary sat alone on the edge of the rooftop garden. Stars above her twinkled quietly. She hugged her legs and stared at the moon. No one had ever stood up for her before. Her whole life, she had been invisible. Smart, yes. But small, quiet, easy to ignore. And now, someone had noticed her, a human. She whispered his name under her breath. Jacques. Just then, she heard footsteps. She turned quickly, expecting another student. It was him. Jacques stood there, holding something in his hand. A data crystal. He tossed it gently to her. Your homework, he said. I caught it, surprised. You kept it? You dropped it, Jacques replied. I don't like waste. Leary gave a small smile. Thanks. He didn't smile back. Instead, he sat beside her. Awkward silence followed. Then Leary asked, Why did you help me? Jacques stared at the stars. Because I've seen what happens when no one does. Flashback sequence. Jacques' past. The screen fades to a memory. A ruined city. Fire. Screams. A young boy, hiding behind rubble. Soldiers marching. A small alien child begging for help. And no one stopping. Jacques' voice echoes in the background. Back home. We had a rule. Protect the weak, or lose your humanity. Flashback ends. Leary's eyes are wide. You were in the war? Jacques looks at her. Let's just say I learned more outside the classroom. The secret assignment. Back inside the school security chamber, a robot scans an incoming message from the Galactic Board. 2. Headmaster Colern subject. Monitor human subject Jacques priority. Red notes. If he activates Protocol 9, evacuate non-essential personnel. The headmaster gulps. Protocol 9. That's extinction level clearance. Leary's hidden talent. The next day, in class, Leary gives a presentation. Quietly, nervously. It's about quantum gravity and microfold tech. Everyone ignores her. Except Jacques. But after class he follows her to the lab. You built that? He asks. Leary nods. Jax single quotes S eyes scan the device. It's beyond anything this school should have. You're not just smart, Jock says. You're dangerous. Leary's eyes fill with fear. I didn't mean to be. I like building things, Jock pauses. Good, build, but know this someone's watching you now. Not just bullies. The suspicious trap. Later that evening, Jax receives a message on his comm device. A strange voice says, "She's part of it, Jax, just like last time." Jax looks up sharply. What do you mean? The weapon. The one that ended the war. Her people started it. Be careful. He shuts the device off, looks out the window. Below, he sees Zarnok watching Leary from the shadows. That night, alarms go off in the school. Li is missing. Her lab is destroyed. A message is carved into the wall. Stay out of this. Human. The final shot. Jock standing in the hallway, jaw tight, fists clenched. He whispers, "Wrong move." Zarnok's revenge plan. The investigation begins. Jock stood silently, his eyes scanning the broken lab. Wires hung like dead snakes. The air smelled of smoke and burning circuits. Pieces of Leary's machine lay shattered across the floor. Her project. Her pride. Her secret. Gone. But Jock wasn't angry. He was calculating. His brain moved like a battle AI. No broken windows. Access pad not forced. It wasn't a break-in. It was an inside job. He crouched beside the desk. In the middle of the wreckage, something glowed faintly. A tiny shard of metal, hidden beneath wires. Jax picked it up. The shape was familiar. Too familiar. Zarnok's ring. His eyes narrowed. You idiot. Zarnok's secret meeting, far away, inside a dark chamber behind the gymnasium. Zarnok sat in a secret meeting with his crew. His pride still stung from what happened in the hallway. But this wasn't about ego anymore. This was about power. She's not just some weird little alien girl, Zarnok said. She's building something that could control gravity. One of his friends squinted. Control? Gravity? Zarnok leaned in. Yeah, think about it. Ships, weapons, shields all run on gravity modulation. You control that. You control everything. Another voice hissed. And the human? Zarnok's jaw clenched. He's in the way. But I have a plan, a good one. The plan? Trap Jax. Use him to get to Leary, and if needed, we erase them both. Jax's flashback. Earth training. Jax sat alone in his dorm, lights dim. His comm device beeped with an incoming message. Protocol 3 in effect. Use caution. Leary is classified, level black. Jax stared at the screen. A word echoed in his head. Black. Back on Earth. Level black meant one thing. A weapon that could change the galaxy. A desert on Earth. A young Jax, training with soldiers. Running through fire, dodging bullets. Watching his team fall one by one. His commander's voice boomed. You're not just fighting for survival. You're fighting for secrets people would kill to keep hidden. Back to present. Jax whispered. What are you, Leary? The trip. Zarnok's trap was elegant. It started with a message fake, but convincing. Leary's alive. She's in the abandoned engine room. She's hurt. Jax received the message and went alone, exactly as Zarnok wanted. The engine room was deep under the school, where no cameras worked and no teachers came. Jax entered slowly, eyes sharp. The air was thick with dust and humming noise. Leary? He called out. Silence. He took one step in, and the floor shifted. The door slammed shut behind him. A sudden force hit him from the side hard. He rolled, landed on his feet, fists up. But it wasn't Zarn, okay? It was a robot. No, not one. 4. Combat drones, custom-built. Zarn. Single quotes S voice echoed from a speaker. Let's see how tough Earth really is. The drones attacked, but Jax? He didn't run. He smiled. Asterisk combat sequence. The drones moved fast lasers, blades, sonic blasters. But Jocks moved faster. One drone lunged. Jocks ducked, spun, and slammed it into a wall. Another fired a net. Jocks grabbed a metal rod, flung it through the air. It pierced the drone's core. One by one, they fell. Jocks's knuckles bled, but he didn't stop. The final drone hovered above him, about to fire. Boom. Jx launched a plasma disc, blowing it apart midair. Then, silence. Jax stood in the smoke, breathing hard. Weak. The freeze frame outside the engine room. Zarnak and his gang watched through a one-way screen. They were shocked. That was supposed to slow him down. One of them shouted. Zarnak's hands trembled. He's not just a student. Suddenly, behind them Leary appeared, alive, unharmed. Holding a strange device in her hand. You boys looking for me? She said. They turned. What the how? Leary pressed a button. The entire hallway shimmered and froze. Time stopped. For 3 seconds. Only Jocks and Leary moved. She looked at him through the glass and mouthed the words, "Let's go." The Escapoliri opened the door to the engine room. Jocks limped out, bruised but standing tall. "You're alive," he said. She nodded. "They tried to use me. I let them think they won." He looked at the device in her hand. "That's a time pulse." Leary smiled. Version 0.4, still working on side effects. "You might lose a toe." Jocks smirked. "Fair trade." Suddenly alarms rang again. The school's main AI voice boomed. "Security breach. External threat detected." They looked at each other. "Zarnak?" Jocks asked. Leary shook her head. "No, something worse." Asterisk, far above the school, in orbit, a dark ship decloaked. Its shape was sharp. Its color matched the void dot, and on its hull, a symbol Jocks hadn't seen since the war. The same symbol from the ruins of Leary's home planet. The same faction that Earth had almost destroyed. Jocks whispered, "They found her." The final frame shows the alien ship powering up a weapon. Countdown begins. 10, 9, 8. The secret lab and Leary's passed the ship above. The dark ship floated above the school like a silent predator. It made no sound, but its presence was loud. Inside the control center, the teachers panicked. "Shields up. Lock down all exits. Evacuate the younger species." But nothing worked. Every system shut down. The ship wasn't attacking. It was watching. Studying. Waiting. And it was looking for someone. Liri. Asterisk. Leary's hidden lab beneath the school. Under a trapdoor hidden behind a fake wall, Jocks followed Leary down a long metallic tunnel. "This is your real lab?" he asked. Leary nodded. The other one was a decoy. They reached a circular door with a strange scanner. Leary touched a glowing panel and whispered in her native language. The door hissed. Open. Jax stepped inside and stopped. The room was massive, hundreds of machines. Floating monitors, alien tools. And in the center, a huge glass tank filled with silver mist. "What is all this?" Jocks asked. Leary took a deep breath. "This is where I rebuild my planet." The lost world. Leary walked to a large screen and tapped a few buttons. A hologram appeared. A beautiful blue world floating in space, full of rings and floating cities. "That was my home," she said. The planet was called Taraxa. Jocks stared at the image. "I've never heard of it." "You wouldn't," Leary replied. "It was wiped from every galactic record." She changed the screen. Now it showed the planet burning. Ships raining fire, cities vanishing into smoke. "By them," she said. "The same faction now above us, the Draxiri Hive." Jax's fists clenched. "They started the war." Leary nodded. "And they ended my world." Asterisk. What Leary really is? Jocks turned to her. "Why are they after you?" Leary hesitated. Then she walked to the glass tank and pressed a button. A floating orb rose from the mist, glowing, pulsing, alive. This is a cortex seed, Leary said. Jax blinked. That's tech from before the First Galactic War. That's illegal. Because it's powerful, Leary said. It can copy gravity, store memory, and more. She looked him straight in the eye. I was born with one inside me. Jax froze. You are the tech? Leary nodded. Not just me. My entire species. We were made to be living archives data carriers. The Draxery wanted to use us. When we refused, she looked away. They burned everything. The connection to Earth. Jax paced, thinking fast. So why are they here now? Why wait so long? Leary pointed to the device on the wall. Because of my pulse tech. They sensed it. It sent out a signal. Jax's mind flashed through possibilities. They think you're building a weapon, Leary nodded. I'm not. I'm building a defense, something that can bend space, stop an invasion before it begins. Jax rubbed his jaw. That's even worse. To them, you're not just a survivor, you're a threat. Asterisk, the message is suddenly. The monitors in the lab turned black. Then a face appeared. Cold. Alien. Half organic. Half machine. A Draxery warlord. Its voice was sharp and slow. To the human watching this, return the girl. She does not belong in your care. Jax stepped forward. Say that to my face, Metalmouth. The Draxery stared. This is not your war, Earthling. Jax narrowed his eyes. Everything becomes my war. When bullies are involved. The screen blinked out. Leary was silent. Then she said softly, They know we're together now. Jax nodded. Then we give them a reason to regret it. Asterisk Zarnuk's twist. Meanwhile, Zarnuk sat in his dorm, watching the same message, except his version had a second part. A private offer. Bring the girl to us, and we will give you her tech. And a place among the hive. Zarnuk's eyes gleamed. Interesting. Asterisk the upgrade back in the hidden lab. Jax helped Leary prepare her pulse tech for use. She handed him a glove. What's this? He asked. She smiled. Grav-enhancer. You'll punch like a comet. He grinned. Nice, they trained. They tested. They prepared. Leary, the last living cortex carrier. Jax, the human who couldn't walk away. Together, they were no army. But they had each other. And that was dangerous. They're coming. The lights flickered red. Alarms screamed across the school. The Draxery ship had opened its bay doors. Hundreds of small drones launched, ascending like metal locusts. Leary looked at Jax. They're not waiting anymore. Jax cracked his knuckles. Neither are we. As the drones fall and the school locks down, Zarnuk walks through the halls quietly, with a tracker in his hand. And on that tracker, a blinking red dot. Leary's location. Zarnok smiles. I'm getting that tech, he says. No matter what it costs. Jax and Leary stand back to back in the lab. Above them, the school shakes. Outside, the stars burn red. And somewhere deep in the shadows, the enemy waits. The school's hidden agenda calm. Before the storm morning. Strange silence. The school's sky domes flicker. Drones buzz overhead. Teachers walk with stiff backs and nervous eyes. But the students? Still clueless. They eat, laugh, scroll through galactic memes. No one tells them. War is brewing above their heads. Only a few know. Leary, Jax, Zarnuk, and the headmaster. Asterisk the secret council meeting, deep underground. Behind a biometric door, a secret meeting begins. 7 alien administrators, hooded, silent, serious. At the center, Headmaster Kolarn, species, Glavari, skin like cracked ice, voice like wind through broken glass. We received the Draxery transmission. One alien says, they want the girl, says another. She is not safe here, but she is valuable, Kolarn adds. The room goes quiet. One voice dares to ask, do you mean we trade her? Kolarn's icy face twitches into a smile. I mean, we use her. Asterisk the data they hid meanwhile. In Leary's secret lab she pulls up. Something odd. Someone accessed my old classroom files, she says. JX walks over. Who? She presses a few buttons. A symbol pops up on screen. TGRI Tech Genetic Recovery Initiative. Jack stares. That's a secret Earth project. It was shut down during the war. No, Leary replies. It moved here. She flips through more logs. Images appear of other students, monitored, watched, tagged. They weren't just teaching us, Jax. They were collecting us. The file on Jax, curious, runs a search for his own name. His file is locked. Level 9, even higher than the headmaster. After a long pause, Leary bypasses it using her neural link. The screen opens, and what they see makes Jax freeze. Project Cody name. Earthbreaker status. Active subject. Jax risk level. Extreme notes. Trained not just to survive, but to destabilize civilizations if needed. Leary's voice is barely a whisper. You weren't just sent here to study. Jax clenches his jaw. I was the backup plan. Zarnok makes his move as Zarnok storms into the headmaster's office without knocking. A guard tries to stop him. Zarnok pushes him aside like paper. I have something you'll want, he says. Kolarn stares. Zarnok drops the tracker on the table. Leary, her lab, her tech. I can lead you there. Kolarn leans forward. And what do you want in return? Zarnok smiles. Full access to her tech, and one more thing, I want Jax gone. Asterisk the betrayal. That night, a school-wide announcement echoes across the halls. All students report to the safety shelters. This is a drill. It's not a drill, it's a setup. Jax and Leary, suspicious, avoid the crowd. But suddenly, boom. Gas canisters explode near the lab entrance. Jax grabs Leary. We're under attack. Security bots pour in Draxery. But school units. One aims at Leary. Subject Leary. You are ordered to surrender for containment. Jax steps in front. Not happening. The bot repeats. Human subject Jax. Earthbreaker protocol authorized. You are now a threat. Running and fighting. They run through dark corridors, chased by bots and drones. Jax punches one down a stairwell. Leary uses a pulse grenade to short-circuit another. They escape into the maintenance tunnels, breathing hard. Bleeding. But alive. Leary leans against a wall. They were supposed to protect students. Jax grits his teeth. They only protect what's useful. Asterisk. The confession in the tunnel. Leary pulls out a hidden crystal. I was going to destroy this, she says. But you need to see it. She plugs it into a panel. A hologram appears. It's her mother, before the fall of Taraxa. If you're seeing this, my daughter, it means we failed. You must hide, but if they ever come for you again, don't run. Show them what Taraxa truly was. Behind her blueprints of massive machines, star maps, data seeds, weapons of memory, not destruction. Lir I turns to Jax. They thought my people were weak. We weren't. We were builders of peace. But peace is easy to twist into a weapon. Jax nods. Time to show them the truth. Asterisk. The Draxery respond on the ship above. The Draxery warlord receives a transmission. From Kolarn. We have her. We'll deliver soon. The warlord stares through the screen. Do not play games, headmaster. You are a speck. We are the void. Kolarn gulps. Just don't damage the school, or the students. The warlord laughs. Only if you don't disappoint. Transmission ends. The ship charges its weapons anyway. Asterisk. Zarnok walks confidently into Leary's lab, expecting it to be empty. Instead, a voice behind him says, You picked the wrong side, Zarnok. He turns. Jax, standing in the dark. Glowing glove ready. Then another voice. And you underestimated a girl who can freeze time. Leary steps beside him. Together, they step forward. As alarms scream, the warship descends. And betrayal burns through the school. The showdown in the gravity core, the heart of the school. The gravity core lies deep beneath the academy. A massive spherical chamber. Metal walkways float in midair, circling a glowing orb that pulses with raw gravitational energy. The room controls gravity for the entire school. Floors, shields, stabilizers. It's basically the beating heart of the station. If it breaks, everything falls. Literally. Code red sirens scream. Red lights spin. The school systems flicker as the Draxiri warship above begins to siphon energy from the gravity core remotely. The orb at the center glows hotter, unstable, inside. The control room. Headmaster Kohler barks orders. Reinforce the core with all power. A technician shouts, "Sir, that will leave the rest of the school deafened." I said, "Do it." But it's already too late. A warning flashes across the main monitor. Unauthorized access detected in gravity core chamber. Subject: Jocks *. One final betrayal. Zarnak walks across the hovering walkways, wearing a high-gravity battlesuit stolen from the armory. His eyes burn with jealousy, ambition, and something darker. Behind him, drones buzz silently. In his hand, a pulse disruptor, tuned to knock out Lyri's core tech. He smiles. "Let's end this." Jocks vs. Ziaronka. Jack steps into the chamber from the opposite side, dragging a metal rod behind him. His bruises are fresh. His jacket torn, but his posture unshaken. Zarnak snarls, "I warned them. You're not a student, you're a weapon." Jocks doesn't answer, just keeps walking. Zarnak raises his disruptor. "Where's the girl?" Jocks finally speaks. "Safe." Zarnak's eyes narrow. "Then you're stupid. Because this place won't be." Boom. Zarnak fires. Jocks dives, slides, rolls behind a rail. He throws the metal rod a decoy and rushes forward. They clash, fist to suit. Combat glove versus power armor. Zarnak's punches shake the platforms. But Jocks moves like a ghost, fast, silent, efficient. Battle above, battle below, outside the school. The Draxiri ship unleashes its drones. Inside, bots begin evacuating students. Power flickers. Shields collapse. Meanwhile, down in the gravity core, Jocks fights dirty. Zarnak lunges. Jocks grabs his arm, uses his own weight to flip him. Crack. A piece of the walkway breaks off. Zarnak falls, but catches a beam. "Still think you're better than me?" Zarnak growls, climbing back up. Jocks wipes blood from his lip. "No, I am better than you." Zarnak screams, charges, and gets punched straight in the chest with Jocks's grav glove. He flies backward, crashes into a generator. Smoke, sparks, silence. Meanwhile, Lyri in a nearby control room. Lyri works fast. Hands trembling, sweat pouring. The gravity core is unstable. It's pulling in too much energy. The numbers aren't good. If it hits 100%, it'll collapse into a singularity. She opens a hidden panel, revealing a strange alien device. The Taraxan Pulse Stabilizer, the last piece of tech from her planet. She plugs it into the core system. Countdown resets. But just as she breathes relief, the console locks up. Remote lock engaged. Her eyes widen. Zarnak wasn't just trying to kill Jocks, he was trying to take over the core. Zarnak's true plan. Zarnak crawls out of the wreckage, limping, laughing. "You think I'm just angry?" he says. "I'm in control now. While you were playing hero, I was making deals." He lifts a small device. "The Draxiri offered me a seat on their ship, their tech, their future." He points to the core. "If I give them this, they give me everything." Jocks grits his teeth. "You'll kill everyone here." Zarnak shrugs. "They're just aliens, right? Weak ones, losers, just like her." That word, her, snaps something in Jocks. He charges. Jax unleashed. Jax grabs Zarnok mid-sentence and slams him into the railing. Hard. Again. And again. Zia Rnok struggles, reaching for his weapon. Jax kicks it away. You want to be Draxery? Jax says coldly. He punches Zarnok square in the face. Then go meet them. He presses a button. One of the emergency hatches opens beneath Zarnok's feet. A vacuum pull begins. Zarnok holds on screaming, but Jax doesn't let go. He leans in and whispers, "Humans don't play God. We play dirty." And let's go. Zarnok vanishes into the emergency shaft. Gone. The final fix. Jax limps back to Leary. She's panicking. The stabilizer's failing. He looks at her. Then we use your backup. Leary hesitates. Jax, that's me. You'll die. She nods. It's okay. He shakes his head. No, not again. Jax rips off his glove and slams it into the panel. Sparks fly. The core pulses once, twice, then stabilizes. But Jax drops. His body goes limp. The warship retreats in orbit. The Draxery ship senses the core's surge. The energy stabilizes. Their siphon fails. They pause, confused. Then alarms begin inside their own ship. A signal infects their systems. A Taraxan data virus, hidden in Leary's stabilizer. The warship panics. Their weapons lock up. Their gravity engines invert. Retreat. The Draxery ship jumps away. Sparks flying. Aftermath. Silence. Smoke. Then a heartbeat. Leary kneels beside Jax, eyes filled with tears. He coughs. Still here, he says weakly. She punches his shoulder. Idiot, he grins. You're welcome. Redemption. Back in the ruined school. Leary walks through the halls. Students stare at her differently, now not as the weird alien girl, but as the one who saved them. Jax walks beside her, quiet, watchful, proud. And in the distance, Earth sends a message. We saw everything. Welcome home, soldier, and bring the girl. We have questions. Leary looks up at Jax. You think your planet's ready for me? Jax smirks. Not even close. Humanity's real power, a message from Earth in the headmaster's broken office. A hologram flickers to life. Earth's symbol, an eagle wrapped in starlight, spins in the air. This is Terra Command. Subject Jax. Status confirmed. Subject Leary. Tag classified. Both are now under Earth's protection. Colern watches in horror. Earth is returning, he whispers. An assistant stammers, but Earth signed the exile treaty. They promised to stay out of galactic affairs. Colern turns slowly. They never promised. We just hoped they wouldn't come back. Leary in the infirmary. Leary wakes up in the school's infirmary. Tubes, wires, beeping monitors. Jax sits beside her. Bruised but alive. She whispers, Is it over? Jax smiles. For now. She blinks. I saw something when I touched the core. Visions, memories, but not mine. He nods. The core copied part of you. It saw your people's final moments. Her voice shakes. And Earth's first. She looks at him, scared. Jax, I think your planet's hiding something. Earth's ship arrives days later. A massive shadow falls over the school. A human battleship arrives. Not just any ship, but the Dauntless. Earth's first and only level Omega diplomatic flagship. It's beautiful. It's terrifying, and it's not. Here for peace, tea, and cookies. Inside the ship, officers speak calmly, but carry nuclear codes in their pockets. Admiral Wren stands on the bridge, eyes scanning the school's transmission. Proper ground team, we want the girl. But we're watching. Everyone. Earth's secret. Back on the ground, Jax and Leary sneak into the school's archive vault, now accessible after the lockdown lifted. There, behind encrypted files, lies the truth. Earth wasn't exiled. Earth left by choice. After winning the war, they saw what the galaxy was becoming. Corrupt, greedy, scared of anyone too strong. So Earth disappeared. Not to hide, but to wait. To watch. To prepare. And now, Earth is back. Asterisk what Leary really saw. Leary holds a memory crystal. It pulses with the data she absorbed from the core. She plugs it into a display. Holograms spin in the air, scenes of ancient Taraxa and early Earth. She gasps. Double quotes. JAX. Our species met before. What? Leary nods. Your people came to Taraxa generations ago. Quietly, secretly, you helped us build the Cortex seed. Jax frowns. That's not in any Earth record. Exactly. Leary says, because someone erased it. They both realize Earth didn't just prepare for war. Earth planted seeds across the galaxy, and Leary was one of them. The real HFY moment later, Jax and Leary are summoned to meet Admiral Wren. He sits in a silent room aboard the Dauntless, surrounded by light panels and floating eye orbs. Admiral Wren studies Leary for a long time. Finally, you're a hybrid, knowledge and compassion, data and heart. Leary swallows. What do you want from me? Wren's voice is calm. Not what we want from you. What you want from us. Leary blinks. What? Jax steps forward. She doesn't need protection. She needs recognition. Wren smiles faintly. You're right. Earth doesn't build weapons anymore. We build alliances, and this time, we won't wait in the shadows. He stands. Leary of Taraxa. Will you be Earth's ambassador to the stars? Asterisk the galactic broadcast. A day later, across the galaxy, every major planet, station, moon, and species receives a message from Earth. Leary stands at a podium beside Jax, wearing a hybrid symbol. Earth and Taraxa combined. Her voice is calm, soft, but firm. My name is Leary. I am the last of a forgotten people, and the first of something new. Images play behind her. The battle, the betrayal, the core, Zarnuk's fall, the warship's retreat. Jax steps up. We are not conquerors. We are not monsters. But we are watching now, and we will never let history repeat itself. Admiral Wren's voice ends the broadcast with one final line. To those who seek peace, we offer our hand. To those who threaten it, we offer a warning. Humanity has returned. Aftermath and epilogue. The school begins repairs. Zarn, okay? Presumed lost. Learn. Removed from duty. New policies are formed. New alliances begin. Earth opens channels again, for the first time in centuries. Jax walks the school halls with Leary. Students smile at them, nod, even wave. Everything feels different now. Lir. I looks at the stars. I used to think I was the last of something, she says. Jax smiles. Turns out, you're the first of everything. She grins. Where to next? Jax points upward. Home. Asterisk the promise aboard the Dauntless. Leary and Jax prepare to depart. As the ship launches, they look back at the academy through the viewing glass. Below, the school shrinks into a speck of light. Beside them, Earth glows on the monitor blue, alive. Waiting, Leary says, think your world is ready for me? Jax chuckles. They better be. You've got a speech in 10 systems now. They both laugh. And as the stars stretch around them into Jumpstream, humanity doesn't conquer. Humanity connects, and now, humanity builds.